Ladies, gentlemen, followers, let's get focused, let's 10x, and let's progress on our journey to freedom. So today, what I want to talk about in this video is velocity banking as a concept, because that's all velocity banking is really. It's a concept. And the way that I like to think about it is we are leveraging other people's money in order to speed up a financial goal. And that's what the concept really is at the end of the day. So on my channel, we've been focusing a lot on leveraging debt in order to pay off debt. However, I do not dislike debt. Debt simply is a tool. And when you look at some of the most successful companies in the US, a lot of them leverage debt. So I took a look at Apple, and the last time I checked their books, they had $115 billion in debt, not million, $115 billion in debt. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would some of the most largest companies go into so much debt? And the reason is because it allows them to speed up the financial goals that they have. They can scale their business, they can create more shops. Instead of using the money that they're earning, which is a lot of money, they can leverage other people's money in order to speed up that process, right? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about how to leverage other people's money in order to speed up the process of you building your freedom. And I want to make this video especially for younger guys today in this generation. A lot of us really don't know where we want to be or we want to go. And if you didn't go to college, and let's say that you're working in a warehouse or you are working in a restaurant and you have absolutely no idea, I would highly recommend you pay attention to this video, because this one could be very life-changing to you. And it's basically on building life experiences and freedom now. So when I talk about building freedom, I have a plan, 5 to 10 year plan, that I want to implement using dividend growth income. But however, a lot of people don't realize that they can build the freedom that they want now almost immediately just by positioning themselves by leveraging debt. So let's take a look at the steps on how we would build life experiences, freedom with velocity banking principles, right? So boom, what's the first principle of velocity banking, right? We acquire a debt tool, which gives us access to large sums of money, right? We're looking at 10,000 to 20,000, anywhere in between that, in order to utilize credit to our advantage. So think about how much time it would take you, especially if you are a low to average income earner, to save up $10,000, right? We have lifestyle expenses that we got to take care of. We have bills, we have things that we need to do with our money, and we literally can't save $10,000 in the span of, let's say, a month, right? It's very impossible for us to do that. However, we can get access to $10,000 within the span of a month, right? And this is actually not hard to do. I was able to accumulate $20,000 in credit by the age of 25 by being smart and strategic about finances and building my credit up, right? So that's the first thing we have to do. We have to acquire a debt tool, and we have to get it somewhere around these numbers, just to be on the safe side. So then the second part of this is that we have to position ourselves to move to the location you desire. Now, this is going to take you some research in order for you to find the exact place that you want to live. You may have some values and principles that you want in terms of the culture and the environment that you want to live in. For me, I've always wanted to move to Miami. I like that lifestyle and I like the weather. Some of you may want to move to South America. Some of you may want to move to Europe. It doesn't matter where you want to move. Just do your research, find out how safe it is, the best places to live in that environment, and the people that you want to be around and network with. So that's how you begin to position yourself for that move, because what we're going to do is we are essentially going to do this immediately and as quickly as possible by moving into an Airbnb. And I've been doing research on Airbnb, and they have month-to-month rentals that you can move into for very cheap cost, especially if you're looking into some of these areas outside of the US. So if you're looking to move to South America, or you're looking to move to Europe, you can actually get these places for a lot less than $700. In some cases, you can get it for $500 a month, especially if you decide to live with someone, which I would highly recommend, especially if you're in this building phase of life experience and freedom. So then what you would do is, you have a job now, but you cannot carry that job with you, right? So we need location freedom. We need to either get a remote job, right? Some sort of customer service on the phone type job, or we literally quit our job, right? We leverage credit to pay for the Airbnb for 3 months, and then we find a job while we are in the place that we want to relocate to. So if you want to relocate to Las Vegas, you quit your job, you go there, and then as soon as you hit your Airbnb, you start to look for jobs in the area that you are in, right? And we have some time, right, with the line of credit here. Obviously, you have to factor in lifestyle expenses, but we are going to be living on the bare bones minimum in order to position ourselves to move to our desired location, right? So that's step number 2. We positioned ourselves, we have everything set up. We're gonna plan to either get a remote job or a side hustle, or quit our job and find a job in that new location. Boom. So then before we even move, we need to select a business or side hustle, and we need to get a coach or a mentor. Because at the end of the day, we want complete freedom, and we need to work for ourselves. So we need to select a business or side hustle, and I have a video on how you can go about doing this in a very strategic way, so you know exactly what industry you want to go in and how to build that up in order to hit your specific goals. So we hired a coach who's going to help us get there a lot quicker, right? We're leveraging other people's money in order to hire the coach, again, to scale the time it would take to build the business. Because if you try to build a business on your own, it might take you a little bit longer, whereas if you hired a coach or a mentor, they'll cut your learning curve so you can begin to bring in money a lot quicker. So then now we need to, as soon as we quit our job, right, we move down to wherever we want to, we have our business set up, then we need to develop a strict schedule, cutting out all leisure activities, all scrolling, all useless activities, and we're going to be focusing on building at least up to 5K per month in our business. So how do we do this, right? So we're going to be focusing 60 to 80 hours a week on just building that business and working that job, right? So we need that money in order to pay off the debt, but we also need to begin to build that business. So what I'm looking at is, 60 hours minimum, 80 hours a week if you really want to push yourself and you really want to get to that goal quicker. So I'm looking at 40 hours with the job and 40 hours building this business. And then what are you doing with the rest of your time, right? So we're working out. We need to stay disciplined. We need to stay healthy so we have enough energy to build the business. So we're working out, we're going to the gym, we're spending 5 to 10 hours there, whether you want to go to an MMA gym or whatever you plan to do down there. Decide that, but spend 5 to 10 hours doing that. Then 5 to 10 hours networking and building relationships. This is how you get your clients. This is how you meet people who can help you with your business. So we need to be networking and building relationships. Also, it prevents you from losing your mind. We need human connection. We need to be able to connect with people, and we need that skill set itself. So you need to spend 5 to 10 hours doing that, and then 5 to 10 hours developing those skill sets and developing your mindset so you have the ability to stay dedicated to this strict schedule and stay focused. And then we have a 7-hour sleep schedule. So when you go to bed really doesn't matter, but what the most important thing you need to do is you need to get 7 hours of sleep, just so you feel recharged, you feel refreshed, and you can begin to be more productive during your day. And what we are going to do is we're going to focus on sticking to this strict schedule until one of two things happen. One, we continue this schedule until we hit 5K per month in the side hustle business, not our regular business. We're focused on this one because we want freedom. Once we hit this, we can quit this job and we can focus on scaling this all the way up to whatever number you desire. For me, I want to get to 20K per month. For everybody else, it might be a little bit different. I have a friend who wants to scale his business all the way up to 100K per month. But for me, I actually want to live a more simpler lifestyle. I don't want to have all that stress of scaling a business up to that amount. So 20K per month is what I'm looking for. And let's say that for some reason you move down, you stayed strict to the schedule, but you run out of money. What's the option here? We could honestly stay in the location and continue to increase our income by improving the job that we have. So if you're running out of money, we can improve the job that we have in order to bring some more in, or we can just move back to where we were, right? So if you want to design the lifestyle that you want, honestly, like, it just takes that leap of faith and a little bit of planning in order for us to do that, because what you have to realize is that you can always go back to what you were doing, but you cannot have that regret of not taking that chance. And this is a strategic, simple way in order to at least begin to live a lifestyle of freedom where you can see it happen almost in real time, almost instantaneously like this. And literally, this can take a couple months of planning and then a decision, and you're in the location that you want to be. So consider this, especially if you're a young male in today's society. In the US, consider this. Consider getting that debt tool, where you want to live, what location you want to live, getting an Airbnb, moving to a remote location or a remote job, and then staying strict to that schedule until you hit 5K into your side hustle business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was really trying to give you as much value as I can. And I don't normally make videos like this, which is more of a longer form, more value giving guidance video. And I hope you guys like it. Give me comments and feedbacks below if you plan on doing something like this. I'm intrigued to hear what you guys have to say. That's all I got for you. Have an amazing and blessed day.